Good morning and welcome to the replay. I will be with you in just a moment. Good morning, Doris. I'll be right with you. Hello, Leslie. I'll be right there. Good morning, everybody. Did I get your attention with the little teaser about our project this morning? Pillow talk, first thing in the morning. How's that? So, hi Doris and Leslie. Thank you for joining me. If you are just popping in, be sure to say hello. So, I was up very, very late last night, and I'm going to tell you why. It is the last day of the quarter for my business and the last day of the month. So, that is a big deal because I have new designers coming in and old designers going out. But we also have a new Couture Couture designer kit coming out. So I'm going to share that with you here. So this is kind of a sneak peek of what some of our brand new transfers are going to be looking like. And I'm crazy about the apple pie one and the mini icons. And I mean, all of them are so cute. And you might even notice that there are a couple brand new colors there. So if you've ever thought about becoming a Couture Couture designer, this is a great time because fall is almost here and it is our best season for selling and for having classes, and people love to decorate for fall, Christmas, winter, Halloween, all of those things. So our brand new kit includes some of our brand new products that will be coming out in just a couple of weeks. So let me go back here. So that is that. If you are interested, let me pop my website on there so you can check out the new kit and see everything that's in it. I am gearing up for my Christmas in July sale. So if you are not in my VIP group already and you are not a designer, put VIP in the comments and I'll be sure to send you the links to see how you can join that. That is the only place where I'm allowed to have sales and things. So that's where you want to be. VIP in the comments. So, all right, so today we're going to be working on a project using ink. Right now, a lot of the transfers that I have in my online store are selling out, and the reason that we're letting them sell out is because we have all these new products coming in July 15th. So you are going to want to grab something. If you've had your eye on a transfer, either message me to see if I have it in stock or grab it on my website because they won't be there for much longer. So I'm going to flip my screen over so that you can see our project today. Stop rushing summer. I know, Leslie, I know, but you know what? If you go to the stores, you're going to see that there's already the fall stuff coming out. I know, but most of the summer designs have sold out. So we're going to make something summery though, so I think you're going to like it. So let me set up my camera and we'll get started. And do that. There we go. All right, so what I'm using today, yay Christmas, I know, I can't wait to see what's new. And we have some of the fall and winter, Halloween, Christmas things are coming out in July. However, there will be a catalog supplement, usually in September, with even more fall and Christmas designs. So I'll let you know as soon as I have information about that. But today we're going to be working on a surface I don't think I've ever done in a live. So this is one of our Couture Couture canvas pillows. They are beautiful, high quality canvases that you can use just as they are, but you can also go to the grocery store or your department store and buy some RIT dye and make these any color that you want to. And they're so pretty. So there's a zipper on the bottom. So these are just pillowcases, and you would put an insert inside of it, or a pillow that you've had around for a while that you just want to dress up a little bit more. Just pop it in here, unzips on the bottom, and you just pop it in. So these, by the way, are in my online store. They are $17.99 for 2 pillow covers. That's two. All right, so before we even get started, move that away, I am going to be using my 18-inch inking mat and putting it on the inside of the pillow. So you may recall that I showed you a couple weeks ago when I did a t-shirt It took me a while to figure this out. Honest to gosh, I don't know what I'm thinking sometimes, but I used to pull the plastic off and try to get it inside of my surface, but it is sticky, so it would stick to my my fabric. So I figured out a better way to do it. So I'm just going to unzip this and I'll show you how it's done. Hey Shannon, how are you today? So I'm just going to leave the plastic cover on it and kind of roll it up in the tube and slide it inside the pillow cover. And then when I release it, I can pull the cover off. How stinking easy is this? Why didn't I think of it earlier? Right in the right place. And we're going to decorate this up for summer. How's everybody doing today? Everybody's doing well. Okay, so the mat that I just put inside of here is sticky. And that holds the fabric in place so that it's not sliding around when you're trying to ink it. We are going to be using inks today. It also prevents the ink from bleeding through the front of your project to the back. So today we're going to be doing a summer design on the side of the pillow. But think about this. You could always flip it over and do a fall design or a Christmas design. I'm not trying to rush summer away. Honestly, I love summer. It's my favorite season. But you can definitely use both sides of this. But we're going to use one side today. I'm going to zip that up. And I'm going to be using a couple transfers that I've used before, but in a different way. So let's see what's going on here. I'm going to move some things. This is a big surface. So I'm going to start on the bottom part of it. I did iron this before I got started. There's a really deep crease right there, but you want to have it nice and smooth if you can. And I'm going to be using the Mini Buffalo Plaid, one of my favorite transfers. And I'm going to put a stripe of this on the bottom, and then again another stripe, a stripe of it up on the top, and then I'm going to put something in between. So it looks like I have not used this piece before. This is part of a larger transfer. It's 18 by 18, and I cut it apart. It's much more manageable. There's not too many occasions where I'll use a large piece like that, so this works fine for me. So I'm going to write Mini Plaid on the back side, and I always write on the back side because it reminds me that when I wash the transfer and dry it sticky side up, when it's dry I return it back to the carrier sheet, and I want to return it to the side that it does not have writing on it. This is sort of a matte finish, and the side that the transfer attaches back to is very slick, like a sticker backing. I'm just going to pull that off. And I put my initials on there also because sometimes I share them with other people or loan them out or whatever I'm doing, or working in a group, and that just ensures that I'm getting my own transfer back. So I'm just going to plop this on here for a moment. I don't want to do the whole thing, so I think the best thing for me to do would be to tape off the section where it ends that I don't want to use. So I'm going to use about 7 rows, and I'm going to put a piece of painter's tape on the area where I want to stop. Normally I would use our placement tape, Couture placement tape. Get a big roll for just like $2 or something. But I'm out right now, so I'm just using painter's tape, and this is working fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I kind of planned on 7 rows of the design, so let's pop this on here and cover up anything below that line. That will keep me from inking areas that I don't want to. It's just kind of a buffer and a reminder to stop. Shannon, how are you doing, my dear? Alright, so let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I did kind of pre-plan this a little bit, you guys, before I became live. So I'm just going to put the edge of the tape on the I'm going to move up. There's kind of a seam right here. I'm going to go just above that seam because I think it would be kind of bumpy and hard to work on below it. So let's find where it ends. Hopefully it'll be relatively straight too, right? Okay, I was thinking it's right here. Let's rub that down. When you're working on a fabric like this, you want to really be sure to push it down as much as possible This transfer, the buffalo plaid and the mini buffalo plaid, we have a larger size too. It doesn't have a ton of sticky surface to attach to the fabric, and sometimes you'll get a little bit of, we'll call it a rustic look. It might look a little bit not perfect. How's that? And that is okay. Hi Delaney, welcome. I'm so glad to have you here. Kids love playing with chalk couture almost as much as I do. So I'm just going to rub this down as tight as I possibly can with my squeegee and my hand. But you might notice that you get a little bit of bleeding underneath, and that is normal. It just kind of looks rustic and it looks okay. So, all right, this mostly covered. I am going to be pressing down in areas that haven't been inked as I go along to try to get it as firmly as possible to the surface. Okay, so today I'm going to be using black velvet ink. I tend to go back to this color all the time. So if you guys are starting to think about using ink, definitely get the black. Get your neutrals and start there. Hello, Debbie. Good morning. So I'm going to be sure to give this a stir. You can see that my jar is getting a little bit low here, but hopefully I'll have enough because this is all I have at the moment. I'm going to give this a good stir. Inks are fun to work with. The only thing I will caution you about is that if you get it on your hands and touch your fabrics, you're going to leave a mark. So I have to check my hands a lot. I'm not the neatest artist here, but I try. But I do get it on my fingers, so I'm constantly checking and wiping my fingers off. So don't be too afraid. There's a lot on here that was stuck to the edges that is coming right back to life. It is a little bit thicker than I like it to be, so I have added just a squirt of water, and I may add one more just to get this nice and smooth. Let's see, that ought to do it. Yeah, inks are really fun to work with. I've got it spattered all over my surface here. It came off crumbly on when I took the lid off. So I'm going to clean that up before I get started so it doesn't get on the back side of the pillow. So that's good and stirred up. Grab my paper towel. Debbie, my dear, where are you from? I don't know if I've met you before. Welcome, welcome. We're glad to have you here. All right, get this messy stuff out of the way. If I left it and it got a little bit damp, it could make a mark on the back side of my pillow. So we're just going to be extra careful. All right, let's pull this a little bit closer so that I can see it too. And we're ready to get started. All right, so when you are working with inks, the best thing for you to do is to work in one direction, up and down, or just down if you can. Don't go side to side and up and down. It just confuses the way that the ink flows. So try to work in the shortest area. So rather than going across this long area, I'm going to go down and up with the shorter area. Does that make sense? All right, here we go. So I'm using a small squeegee today. I have a larger area to cover, so normally I seem like I've been using the mini squeegees a lot, but here's the size difference, and you want to use the size that works best for your project. So I'm going to go in. I think I'm just going to plop some of this ink on this surface. So one of the really cool things about working with ink, as opposed to paste, I love them both, but ink doesn't dry as quickly, so you have a longer time that you can work on your project. So you don't have to worry about it drying quite as much, and I actually might flip this over and do it on the other end of the project before I wash it or clean it off. So let's start spreading this. I think this canvas is going to soak up a lot of ink. Hopefully I'll have enough for this whole pillow. Otherwise, we may have to do a plan B. Yeah, I need more chalk. More ink, rather. Sorry. So this ink is considered to be permanent, and you would use it on any surface that you can heat in the oven, like coffee mugs, pots, anything ceramic. This is really bubbly up. It's going to be rustic, guys. It's not a problem, though. And you can use it on anything that you can iron, like fabric. You can do t-shirts, you can do pillows, you can do jean jackets, dish towels, aprons, flags for your yard. Anything you can iron, you would use ink on. So I can see that the transfer is moving quite a bit under here. So I don't know how this is gonna look, but it's okay, right? All is well. It's really moving a lot. Darn it. All right, I'm just gonna have to work my way down very carefully. Sorry if my arm's in your way. I'm trying to hold it all in place. Yeah, it's taking up a lot of ink. So the design transfer that I'm using is not a stencil at all. If you happen to be a first time watcher, oh, Pennsylvania designer, welcome. What was I saying? What did I just say? I don't remember. Yikes. Yeah, I started saying something and I got distracted by that little blob of ink that I got on my finger. We will make it work. This is soaking up so much. I'm shocked. All right, I gotta clean that finger a little bit. So, all right. You guys, are you doing anything for 4th of July or Canada Day, wherever you may be? I think they canceled the fireworks where I live. Darn coronavirus. Spoiling everything. So if you are not a designer, sorry Debbie, I want to be sure that you guys take advantage of my Christmas in July sale going on in just a few days. I'm really working on getting the dates set for this. I don't want it to interfere with too many holidays or weekends. And we have a couple of birthdays in our family too that I'm working around. So, all right, I've got most of that inked, and I'm going to go back. I see I have a little bit of excess in a couple areas. We're going to pray for the best because this was really, really wiggling around on me. If it's not perfect, it's okay though, right? All is good. All right, let's pull this up. See what it looks like. Not bad. A little rustic. I'm okay with that. Ta-da! So I did get a little spot. I don't know if you can see it right there. So what I do when I do that is I will probably go later on and put a little bumblebee or something on there so that it looks like I did it on purpose. It's not a stencil, that's what I was saying. Thank you. Thank you. So it is not a stencil, and having the screen, the silk screen that runs through the whole design gives you much more detail than you'd ever get with a stencil. So there, can you guys see that? It is a little bit rustic, especially right in this area. You know what? I've done this on surfaces that were chalkboards and things also. The same transfer and the same thing happens. It is just the way of the plaid. So let's go up here and we're going to try to place this down without making a mess. And we'll do the top part. Just like we did before. Being very careful not to ink things I shouldn't and trying to get this rather straight as well. So I'm guessing it's going right about there. So I can't rub my hands all over this to make sure that it's down well. So I'm going to very carefully, oh, this is moving like crazy, try to push this down as much as I can without disturbing too much. What is that? Okay. All right, here we go. We're going in. Be brave, girls, right? Thank you, Shannon. Yeah, I can't walk and chew gum at the same time. Sometimes I try to talk and shock, and you never know what's going to happen. So I'm going to go nice and slow with this. This is going to be the top part of the pillow because the zipper goes on the bottom. You got this. And I'm doing exactly what I told you I wasn't going to do, which was going sideways, but the way that this is moving, I don't really have any choice. So we're going to make it work. So Shannon, did you get your workshop all set up yet? She was working on building a beautiful workshop with her brand new husband, who is a keeper, by the way. They are newlyweds. I get to be part of that virtually, their wedding. That was kind of fun. Have you guys missed any weddings other than your own because of coronavirus? My godson got married. He was supposed to have a big wedding, but everything got postponed, and they decided to just have their immediate family on the edge of a beautiful lake, and they got married, and it was beautiful. She wore her dress. They had a photographer. They had flowers. It was gorgeous. Gorgeous. And they're going to be just as happy. It was disappointing for them, I'm sure, but you got to roll with it. Just got to roll with it. We are getting low on black. My gosh, I guess I've used it a lot. Time to order some more. I'm actually thinking I might do the center in a different color. I have red cushions in my patio, so it just might be red. I was going to do black there too, but I don't know if I'm going to make it. I'll make it with the bottom here at least. I'm at the bottom of the jar. So yeah, that was actually the first of 2 weddings that I was going to that was rescheduled or canceled, or I feel bad. Feels not good. But look at the stories you're gonna have, Shannon. All right. I don't know why, but I feel like this one might even come out better than the first part did. Let's go. Peel and reveal. Yeah, it's rustic. Okay, so the top part is a little more rustic than the bottom part. What I could do, if I want to, is I could go over this later on and just do another layer. But since I'm out of ink, it's going to be what it is. And I'm okay with that. So let me get this squeegee out of my way. Checking my fingers again. See, there's a little bit on me. Always. 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 Good morning, Corinne. How are you today? I say your name wrong. I always do. It's Corinne, not Corinne. And I apologize for that. I should know by now. Corinne. The transfer just fell on the floor. Hope I didn't get ink on it. Alright, I seem to be pretty clean. And what I'll do is I'm going to hit this with the dryer for a couple minutes before we do the center. So, here we go. The ink does dry slower, and I don't want to heat this too much because I've got that mat below, and it'll warp if you overheat it. So just be really careful when you're drying. I'm kind of thinking I might do the inside up here in red. What do you think? I don't know if I can squeak out enough black. So when you have done, finished up your project, you're going to take this to your iron, and it's recommended that you use a pressing cloth between the ink and your iron. I don't know why I don't have one. I don't even know exactly what they are, but I tend to put a piece of like computer paper between the iron and the fabric. You iron it for 4 minutes on each side, medium heat, and that will set your ink. It will not come out. So wash them, dry them, no problem. Alright, I'm going to let it go with that. And I'm going to scooch it around so that the top's at the top and the bottom's at the bottom. Like so. And the design that I'm putting in the middle is one that I've used already. Actually used it last week to make a birthday present for my sister. It's Welcome to Our Porch, and I am pretty sure I don't have enough chalk for that. So, I mean ink. I think I'm going to use red. My patio chairs are cushioned with red, and I think that will look just as nice. So let me grab that from over here. There we go. And we're going to get this working. So I believe I'm going to have enough room for the whole thing. If not, I'll just leave out the bottom row. This is a C-size transfer called Welcome to Our Porch. Let's pop this on here. Let's see if we can fit the whole design on without going into the plaids. Let's see. Yeah, I think I can. All right, so I guess I planned that part of it pretty well. And we get this centered and smoothed out. Okay, that little spot of black is, oh, I could hide that right here. Sometimes it just works out, right? All right, I think I can do it. It's right where the C is. Right in the middle of the C, so I'm going to hide it underneath. Where's that black? Gone. Okay, move it up a little bit here. Down a little bit here. Where's that little black spot? Darn it, I can't do that. Okay. All right, so that if I move that up a little bit, let's see if it still fits. Let's see. Oh yeah. It's a little bit higher with that W right there, but I think it's better than going a big black spot on my C. Okay, let's move that down. Maybe this one's a little stickier than the other one I had. Okay, I need a sip of coffee. I stayed up way too late last night, you guys. I was waiting for the end of the month reports to come in, and I was dying to see that new designer kit. So that was revealed very late, later than I care to admit. So I have this little jar of red ink that I've had since I first became a designer almost 3 years ago. It'll be 3 years in October. So I'm going to use this. It's beautiful. It's still just as perfect as the day that I bought it. So I'm going to stir that up nice and carefully. It's just as smooth as can be. The inks just tend to last forever. It's really nice. So that is all stirred, and we're going to go in and make this Welcome to Our Porch in red instead of black. A little bit of shift, but it's okay. So I'm using my mini squeegee, or my small squeegee again. I'm just going to smooth that over the design. This is going on much easier than the black did for some reason. So hopefully you won't get any leaks underneath this one. I don't know if that black plaid was the ink or maybe just not as sticky. I've used those plaids like crazy. Corinne, are you going camping this summer? Corinne, are you going camping? I'm pretty sure you are a camper. I actually have a camper project for next week. So you want to be sure to see it. It is crazy how much better this transfer is working than the last one. Don't know why, but it is. So when you're chalking or inking, you don't have to do all the blue area. Just do the areas where there's openings. Doesn't matter if you miss the blue parts. Just the open areas where you can see the white through on this pillow. So yesterday I made a custom sign using lettering, if you happen to be there, for my daughter who loves to go to Marco Island, and I made her sign and she loved it. Glad that she did. That was on a piece of driftwood. If you've ever worked on an uneven surface, or tried to, you'll like the techniques that I showed there. Almost done. This is using way less ink too. Weird, 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 weird. Okay, all the excess is coming back off and into the jar, just like our chalk paste. That in a safe spot where I won't get into a mess. And this. I try to keep everything covered as much as I can. And let's peel and reveal this welcome to our porch sign. Oh, it looks good. There we go. Let me put this over here. I'm really careful with this ink because I don't want to get it on my clothes or my floor. There we go. I'm just going to stick it to the side of my table for now. And again, clean my hands one more time because I'm almost done. So what do you think? It's cute, huh? I'm going to dry this up and pop a pillow in there and post a picture in just a little while. If you are watching and you are interested in any of these products, write welcome to our porch and I'll get in touch with you and help you get your pillow covers, your inks, your transfers, any of that. You can use any of our transfers with our inks. Don't forget the mat. Again, if you are not in my VIP group, write VIP in the comments so I can add you in. Got a really good sale coming up that you will not want to miss. And again, we also have a brand new designer kit that is just released today with new fall and winter transfers in them. We have a new catalog coming out July 15th that is, I can't even wait. I've heard so many amazing things about it. Just haven't seen it myself yet. Anyhow, that is my story for today. I hope you enjoyed, and I will be back tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. with another project for you. I will pop my website on here again. That is where you can shop, but be sure to join me here tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Have a great day, and we'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.